What's up, guys? I'm Will. Just cooking with Will. Get ready to make some. Today we're shooting on the Sony a6000. Gonna give it a shot. Gonna give it a whirl. If you want to donate to the cause and help me raise some money to get some sound equipment, you can buy that guy right there. That picture's for sale. $5. Welcome to Cooking with Will. My name's Will. Today we're going to be making we're ready to make some vegetarian pasta with the actual veggie noodles and actually making our own noodles out of some zucchini. Actually, fuck that. We're going to put shrimp in this because protein! If you're allergic to shrimp, substitute chicken, pork, or beef. You're also gonna need some zucchini, half a bushel of asparagus, 1 clove, or I guess this is like a bushel of broccoli, some garlic sriracha, some soy sauce, olive oil, chicken stock, half a red bell pepper cored and de-seeded, a quarter of a red onion. Not one of these whole things of garlic, just like a couple of cloves of garlic, some garlic pepper, and of course salt, a little bit of cornstarch. You could use flour, but I'm going to use this non-GMO cornstarch, and I'm going to have to use less of it, and it's just going to overall taste a little bit better. Got my water pot over here going. I'm going to go ahead and toss in my asparagus and my broccoli, and I'm going to do this before I cut them up, just so it's going to be easier to get them out of the water. We really need to put them in there for 3 to 5 minutes, depending on the temperature of the water. But what we're doing here is trying to just soften them up, make them a little bit nicer and a little bit easier to work with. And then when we fry them, they're ultimately going to get a nice crispy, nice edge, and it's going to be amazing. In the same pot that we're blanching our veggies in, we can also cook our zucchini noodles and our shrimp. So this is a spiralizer. It's going to turn this here zucchini squash into a spiral noodle, which we're going to substitute instead of spaghetti in this dish. And it's got like 2 different holes to stick it in, and then this magical thing happens.
I'm making noodles.
This is what you get. So, once again, it's just like $15 in itself, but I mean, shit, you can just continue to make zucchini noodles. I mean, this thing to this. If your asparagus won't fit in the pot like mine won't, you can just take them and then flip them around about halfway at about the 2-minute mark or so. It's totally kosher. I'm gonna strip up the onion and the red bell pepper and also dice up the garlic while this stuff's kind of going in there. Alright, now that our broccoli and our asparagus have had sufficient time to blanch, we're gonna go ahead and pull them from the water. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this half of the asparagus later. You can just throw them on the grill with a little olive oil and salt and pepper, cook them up. Oh, they're so good. Shake out your broccoli. It's good. Alright, once we've removed all that, we can go ahead and add in our portion of zucchini noodles. These only need to be in here for about 1 minute. We're pulling all of them out. It's really easy because they'll kind of stick together, and then strain them sufficiently and let them dry. And that's perfect because it'll probably take about 6 to 5 minutes to cook and peel the shrimps, and that'll be plenty of time for these zucchini noodles to get all nice and good, baby.
Stay west, baby. I'm in Portland. I love you, Oregon. I love you, Oregon!
I'm just gonna pull these zucchini noodles. I'm just gonna strain them right over the top here. Pull them all out.
Making a mess in my kitchen. Really need to get a big stock pot so I can just put the stuff in the pasta thing and drain that because it would be so much easier.
I'm gonna use half pound of shrimp in this recipe because I don't really feel like peeling a whole lot of shrimp.
We've got this much stuff and ingredients today, boys.
We've got our broccoli chopped up from the core of the thing. We got our onion and bell pepper sliced and mixed, and our asparagus cut down to little cubes, bite size, perfect. Basically, while the shrimp's cooking, you're just waiting for them to float to the top, turn pink to white in color. It doesn't take very long. And also the shell to kind of crack open a little bit. They come like pre-pooped or whatever. If not, you can pre-poop them yourself. Yeah, I'll show you how. Once your shrimp float to the top and begin to take on a color of this, they are white and they have this nice texture in the shell or pop. This is a perfect time to pull them because we're going to be finishing them off in the pan. And we don't want to overcook our shrimp so we don't lose that juiciness or that tenderness. What I'm talking about is right here. You'll see them floating at the top. You see how they're floating at the top? That's a pretty good indicator. Now to make them easier to peel, we're going to go ahead and run cold water over them and cool them down. You're going to want to peel until all of them and do as best a job as you can because nobody likes shell in the food. Go ahead and get the wok going and go ahead and add a little bit of olive oil. We're looking for just to coat the bottom of the pan about like yay so. I'm going to peel almost all the shrimp off camera, but I thought I'd show you really quick how to do this. If they come de-seeded, you can just grab from here, take this little inner part, pull back, and on this tail, just a little shake and a pinch, and it comes right off. And you'll have a perfectly de-shrimpified, de-shellified shrimp. While it's heating up in the pan, we're gonna add about just a 1/4 cup of chicken broth, or actually a 1/4 cup of vegetable broth, a tablespoon and a half of soy sauce, a pinch of garlic pepper, some salt, and about a 1/4 of a tablespoon of cornstarch into a mixing bowl, and we're gonna mix it up. This is gonna be the base of the sauce for our shrimp and our noodle concoction. We're gonna go ahead and add the shrimp to the oil. Be careful. If it's wet, this could spark up, and you're definitely gonna wanna watch yourself. I don't know if you saw that clip earlier. We're gonna add salt and garlic pepper. What we're doing here is just trying to add a nice crisp edge and color to the shrimp and finish off the cook so that it's nice and juicy. Take the songs here, give it a nice flip, make sure they're evenly cooked, evenly getting hit with that olive oil. It's a good time to find some stuff like that. Pull it out. Also a great time to take some dabs. You know what? My fucking torch is so cold.
It's so fun, so easy.
I'm gonna make sure that there's an even coating of this garlic pepper on this shrimp. It's gonna get tossed in the marinade, and we are gonna finish it back off here once we add the veggies and the noodles. What we're looking for is a color about like so. You can go ahead and pull them off. We're gonna add them to the marinade that we prepped earlier. Now, go ahead and add a little bit more olive oil. Same pan, just enough to coat the bottom of it. Take the shrimp while that's heating up and just like mix it up. It's gonna turn into be the sauce for our veggie lo mein. Just pull that out of there. Just got the oil up to heat. Go ahead and take out all the veggies. Slide them right in. We're gonna wait to add these the zucchini noodle until the moment that we add the shrimp. We're gonna add them both simultaneously. First, we want to get a good, nice color on all our veggies here. We're going to go ahead and add the salt to the veggies. Also, just some regular black pepper. And a pinch of this garlic chili sriracha sauce. We're going to toss it. Get it a nice color, nice char on all of them. Your veggies heated up, you can go ahead and take the shrimp and the sauce and add that in there. I'm gonna add just a touch more vegetable stock in here as well. We're just gonna let this sauce thicken for about 1 or 2 minutes, and then we're gonna add our noodles and finish it all off together. Alright, let that just kind of combine up and simmer for a little bit. Alright, and there you have it, shrimp and vegetable lau mein. Shrimp and vegetable lau mein in a wok. God damn, smells good, delicious. Alright, I'll swear it's out, children. Get on it. Eat healthy. Peace.